Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's go through everything. So maintenance, normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance this week is the Final Fantasy 1 stuff, so the challenge fight and the King Mog. This week is starting the Dragon Quest collab. So we got a bunch of stuff there. We're getting 3 Neovision units to pull for. Usual 30 shard login bonus there. We're also getting 1 free Neovision unit, and so we're going to get enough to EX3 him for free. We get the usual cash summons, the regular banner shop. They have the fragments for everybody, as well as the crystal and crowns. They are doing a special bundle. Now this is going to depend on how much this costs. So there's no lapis in it. It might be a lapis bundle. But the item here is pretty decent overall, depending on the price. 92 attack with a ribbon effect on a chest piece. Decent. The mana regen is just nice. 80 magic is kind of on the low end with what we have for magic, but the 92 attack is pretty high. 55 defense, and the health is nice too. So depending on what they price this at, this might be a good bundle to pick up. Also has some tickets, VIP coins, and energy pots. We are getting a free daily summon. So this is just summon 1 unit every day. Looks like we're going to get 3 weeks of this. So I'm wondering what they're going to do. I believe the original collab was a 2-week. Because we get the 3 units to pull this week plus the free. And then week 2 I believe was just another 3 units to pull. So I'm wondering if they're adding something extra, breaking it up, or throwing something in between the 2 weeks. We'll find out, I guess, with next week's news. But 3 weeks of free summons is quite nice, even if it is 1 unit at a time. They're doing the usual campaigns: half energy, enhancements, chambers open, and half awakening. So new units, we get new vision cards. So there's 2 cards this time. So we get from die, maxed out, 1500 health, 120 attack and magic, 50% attack and magic, 25 limit damage, and Dragon Quest die units only get 500 attack and magic. So they're splitting it up by series, which means the Dragon Quest units that we already have won't get the special benefit from this, because what we have are Dragon Quest units, and the new ones are Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. So a little sad about that, but still pretty good card right there. And then the other 2 units share the same card. It's kind of a lesser version almost. So 1500 health, 100 attack and magic, 50% to all stats instead of just the attack and magic, 25 limit damage, and then attack, defense, magic, spirit, 300 for the series units only. So both cards are decent. They're also going to do a character battle, daily challenge essentially, where we can get fragments. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of ways to get fragments, so getting these units EX levels shouldn't be too hard overall. Because the daily challenge here seems to list fragments for the 3 heroes. And then we get a challenge fight, which also we get a special free card. Maxed out, 3000 health and 110 attack, defense, magic, and spirit. Not bad overall, not for a free card. And then challenge will have us a chance for another mystery crystal, some lapis, and everything there. Plus, this is going to be how we'll get the Joined Forces Brave Insignias, so use bonus units to get extra there. And the event we're getting is a raid event. So general stuff there. couple of the items that they list is a dagger, 168 attack, 1 element, 10% evasion. I mean, not bad overall. It's been a while since we've gotten a wind evasion dagger. Popp Scarab, 20 defense, 55 magic, 5% mana regen. Is kind of on the low end for what we have now. Dice Close, 55 attack, 20 defense, 25% demon killer is actually decent. Then we get the Beast King armor, 80 defense, and 50% limit for the free unit. Yeah, it's really only good for the free unit. Another Stone Killer, both physical and magic, which is nice, 50%. And a Demon Killer with 30% attack and magic on it is also nice. And the banner that they're doing is just all 3 units on a banner. So you get the 4 steps per lap. First 3, 4,500 lapis per. Last one is free. We get a ticket per non-premium units, so 10 tickets, which means to pity 1, we have to run through 2.5 laps. So depending on if you want to do that extra step 3 to get the full free pull or whatever, you're looking at about 40,000 lapis to pity a single unit. Hopefully rates are pretty decent. So the units, so Hero Die is going to have a Brave Shift. Not true Brave Shift though, he gets 4 turns and then has to wait 3 turns to shift back. So Super, 2-handed sword, 232 attack, 201 magic. Die only gets 500 attack and magic. Everybody else can get 75% Dragonstone and Demon Killer. So as an attack sword, pretty decent. As a magic sword, Fravia's is kind of better depending on if we need these killers or not. His regular trust is decent. 56 attack and magic is kind of on the higher end for the hybrid accessories. Lightning and Dark resist by 30%. Die himself gets 250 attack and magic, and then everybody can get 75 equipment attack if single wielding a sword or dagger. Next up, we got Mage Popp. So this is a super limit burst unit, Mage. So one of the big things is they announced with the next version update, we are getting magic variants finally, which means 2-handed weapons are actually going to make a difference for mages at that point. And the super for this unit is a 2-handed rod. So this is going to be quite nice. I think right now Shuyu's super is the only 2-handed rod we have on the global side. And it's a lot less magic than this. So this here, 218, 2-handed rod. So for Popp only, 250 magic. Everybody else can get 75% demon and spirit killer from it. So overall, very nice, especially when we get the magic variants. Regular trust, 60 magic isn't all that bad with 30% fire and earth resist. Popp, 250 magic. Everybody else can get 75% equipment magic when single wielding a weapon, and 8% mana regen. So 75% equipment magic when the 60 magic accessory is really nice. And the last unit on this banner, so Super Limit Burst Physical Attacker. Super Trustmaster is a 2-handed fist, which I'm happy about. We've been stuck with the Trial Fist for quite a long time for a 2-handed weapon. So we get 219 attack, 201 spirit on it, 20% elemental resist. She gets 250 attack from it. Everybody else can get 100% demon killer on it though. So overall, very nice fist weapon. Regular trust, 60 attack, water and light resist by 30%. She gets 250 attack from it. Everybody else gets 75 equipment attack when single wielding a hammer, gun, or fist. So pretty nice for the regular trust as well. So those are the banner units. We'll take a look at what they look like on the JP side. So first up is the free unit. So Beast King Crocodine. So again, we should get everything we need to EX3 him just by logging in and doing all the events. So regular trust, accessory, 1500 health, 60 defense, 30% lightning wind resist. Super, two-handed axe, 170 attack, 189 defense, 250 defense, and 100% health. And then a buff to boost fire and wind resist, 100% for 3 turns. Not bad there. Doesn't actually have a card himself. So also, super limit burst unit. So he's mostly a tank, and physical damage is just on his limit burst. So he gets the protect one ally from any damage for 1 turn. He gets a pretty decent mitigate damage. Overall, this is just protect awaken +3. He gets a cooldown to protect the entire group for 1 turn. Gets an attack and magic break. Bolting chain move that gives a barrier to himself. 80x defense mod isn't too bad either. General provoke with mitigate there. For killers, 150 beast reaper, 200 demon and stone. Double hand defense, double hand attack. He gets 100% chain cap boost. So limit burst is based off his defense. So before the super, 120 wind down, 85 magic break, 87 attack break, and 200x defense scaling, 27. So that should be a triple bolting chain. And then the super version is 120 wind down, 87 magic, and 89 attack break with a 300x defense scaling hit. So all this stuff actually scales off defense for damage. So overall, for a free unit, he's pretty decent. I think we have King Mont was a 390 on his super limit for doing a ton of damage. And he's 300, so he won't be too far behind. He is a chainer instead of just a one-hit finisher, though. And he doesn't seem to have any of the early chain boosts, just the chain cap that everybody gets, really. But free unit, decent, will be definitely usable. So next up, we can look at Maam. So another super limit burst unit, mostly focused around light. She does get a damage mitigation for herself. Magnus to boost light and everything. Bolting move, 80x modifier. So she does get the chain boost as well as the 100 chain cap. So she only needs 100 chain cap to cap out. And that is at EX2 though. Her killers, Dragon, Plant, Beast, and Demon, all 200%. And she also has a little bit of double hand spirit to make her tankier as well as her double hand attack. So base limit, 120 light down, 150 beast, avian, aquatic, demon, human, dragon, and insect killer to herself, 200% light physical damage, 3 hits, and then she gives herself a 30x limit modifier for 2 turns. So essentially, if you time this to go off right before she gets her super, which will automatically refill her limit, she'll be able to boost her super limit by a 30x modifier. In the super version, 130 light down, 250 on the beast on all the killers. Same killer types, but 250 buff is pretty big. We actually don't have anything bigger than a 200% killer buff, I don't think, in game at the moment. And then it's a 330x base mod, and if you time her boost perfectly, because you'll literally have to do the base limit before she goes super, she could boost it to a 360 mod, and it goes up to 5 hits. So overall, not bad. The way she does her stacking for the limit burst there is a little annoying with only getting 2 turns and the stacking boost only being on the base before the super version. So timing that out, just a pain. But decent unit overall. Take a look at Popp next. So another super limit burst unit. This is the Mage one. So he's got a fire nuke, non-elemental nuke, ice chaos wave awakened. He gets a Magnus that does 3 200x fire hits. Can use 3 of those. Some earth bolting chain. And a cooldown, 130 fire and ice down. And fire and ice magic damage 500x would ignore spirit. So that's 1,000 modifier. It does cost him 1,000 mana though. So he gets the same EX2, the chain boost with chain cap. 200 demon, beast stone fairy killer. Some unlock moves to boost his nuke there a little bit. Or is that for the cooldown, it looks like, actually. So that little cooldown looks like it can get boosted a little bit. And then his limit burst and super limit burst are non-damage, just all buffs. So the base one is 300% magic and 100x modifier for 4 turns. Also gives him all his mana back. And then the super version is 250 modifier for 3 turns with 400% magic and his mana back. He also gets his unlocked skills and quadcast. So depending on how they have this coded, you might be able to get both modifiers if you cast the base limit and then do his super limit. Have to test around with that. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But that's a lot of modifiers that he can get to his moves here. So he'll be able to do a decent amount of finishing, really, is what he's focused on. And then Die is the Brave Shift unit. So in the base form, we have Fire Nuke, Lightning Bolting, Non-Elemental Bolting. He's got a Dispel and Damage Enemy, and a 83% defense break. See, he's got 100 chain cap. No chain boost. Looks like just the chain cap in the base form. Fairy, Beast, Reaper, Stone, Dragon, Demon Killer, all 200%, which is very handy. And his base limit, 84 defense break. Only gets 2 turns out of that. Gives himself 200 limit damage buff. 140x to demons. So if it's not a demon, I believe that's just a 1x modifier. And then 150x modifier. So base limit, probably not going to be used really. And then his Brave Shift. So his cooldown that he's gotten both increased lightning damage, 300% attack and magic, and it gives him a 30x modifier for his limits. Only for 2 turns, so you can't use this with Tyvis' Spirit. Essentially, this is Tyvis' Spirit for the same modifier. So in the shift, he's got a couple more elements. He adds in Wind Bolting with his Lightning. He gets a one-shot Magnus to mitigate damage 99%. So if there's some big damage coming in, that's going to reduce it to near nothing. His shift limit, 85 defense and spirit break, 130 lightning down, 300% limit damage, and then he gets a 50x demon hit and then a 200x lightning hit, which also stacks 1 time to go to a 340 max. So if you stack his limit and then use his cooldown, he can go up to 370x LB, which is pretty strong. We have Esther is 375 that she stacks herself to, so he almost matches Esther's limit, both doing lightning damage. And he is pretty much a one-hitter. His first hit is demon only. The second hit will hit everything for full power. So overall, pretty decent units. Some very nice trust and super trust with this pack. I'll be pulling myself. Hopefully, I want to get all the units, so we'll see how that goes. Anybody that decides to pull, good luck to you. And just keep in mind before you go all out and try to EX3 everybody right away, there should be a week 2, either next week or the week after, where we get 3 more Neovision units. There will be 1 shift unit and 2 more super limit burst units. So that's all we have for now. So we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.